It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Got a nice little show planned out for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be getting into Future and Metro Boomin. Looks like they're canceling some tour dates. Quite a few tour dates, actually. So we're going to get into that. Some of the supposed reasons as to why this is happening on the heels of two successful albums back to back that they dropped. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into Miss Azealia Banks allegedly being evicted from her Miami home. She's come out and refuted and rebutted those claims. We'll see, you know what I mean? Based on the information that's been put out from the landlord versus what's been put out from Azealia Banks, we'll see. You know what I mean? We're going to have to really do some things. We're also going to talk about the influencer Raymonte, right? Y'all remember we talked about him a few months ago on this very channel. He was booked at Essence Fest, which is what he wanted back then. He was vying so hard and wanted to be booked at Essence Fest. Apparently, they booked him to speak on a panel, and he flaked. He didn't make it on time. Therefore, they had to continue to do it without him. So that ended up being a story earlier today. Now they were able to book him again for another panel in which it seems that he's shown up early. He's practicing his lines and all of those things, but we're going to talk about it nonetheless, because how do you fuck up an opportunity that you went online and asked for? You know what I'm saying? How do you drop the ball like that? They shouldn't have had to book you for a second day, which is, you're lucky as fuck that they did. And then the last story that we're going to get into, someone that y'all probably don't know, is Miss Clarissa Shields, professional boxer. And apparently she had someone that was trolling her online for a long time, for months, who happened to show up to the gym. I don't know why they showed up to the gym where she was training at, but they got into a sparring session and she decided to go ham on this young lady. So we're going to get into all of those things. It's really a slow news day, but I still wanted to show up and talk. You know, we have these conversations, these Let's Talk sessions. So hopefully y'all can appreciate it for what it is, even though we don't have any like super big headlining stories. It is a slow weekend. So, hey man, we here though. Insiders check in. All right, man, let's get into it. So first, I'm on this website Hot New Hip Hop, and they've got an article here that says, why are Future and Metro Boomin canceling tour dates this summer? Okay. Each summer we anticipate the biggest tours to come to our city. However, it seems that for a few artists the demand isn't high enough. Apparently that's the case for Future and Metro Boomin, who are coming off the release of two joint projects, We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You. The first boasts the hit single Like That featuring Kendrick Lamar, which sparked a wild feud between Drake and basically everyone else who appeared on either of the projects. Both Metro and Future have strong collaborators within trap music for the better part of the decade. Their combined stardom would have presumably been a shoo-in for sold-out crowds worldwide. Unfortunately, that's not the case. According to the journal Sentinel, the two have officially nixed their August 2nd show in Milwaukee, along with several other dates from the We Trust You tour. Find it interesting that they call it We Trust You rather than the We Don't Trust You tour, which is the name of the album, but hey, go for what you know. Right? So, the Fiserv Forum, which is located in Milwaukee, they released a statement confirming the cancellation of their concert in Milwaukee. They say Future's concert scheduled for August 2nd at Fiserv Forum has been canceled. If you purchase your ticket from the Fiserv Forum box office or online via Ticketmaster, refunds will be automatically processed and returned within 30 days, the statement read. Unfortunately, no additional information was provided regarding the reasons behind this decision. Interestingly, the canceled Milwaukee concert was scheduled for the night before Future and Metro Boomin planned to be performing at Lollapalooza, the mega festival in Chicago. According to the tour's website, the Lollapalooza show is still there. Of course, it's a festival stage. They're not canceling that. There's too many other artists on there. I mean, they're going to get out in front of probably the biggest crowd that they're going to see in this entire tour. This suggests that the artists are being selective about which performances to cancel. If this were a one-off cancellation, perhaps we'd be able to chalk it up to some sort of prior engagement or travel conflicts related to the two shows. However, Milwaukee isn't the only city impacted by these recent decisions. Several other tour dates have been reportedly marked as canceled. These include August 6th in Nashville, Tennessee, August 10th in Columbus, Ohio. Moreover, it appears that the two were also expected to perform at New Orleans Smoothie King Center on August 20th, but now the show no longer appears on Ticketmaster, Live Nation, or the venue's website. Other dates that have reportedly been canceled are Tulsa, Oklahoma for August 25th. The tour, initially announced in April, was set to cover 26 stops across North America, starting in Kansas City, Missouri on July 30th. That will be the kickoff date. Right? Thus far, there isn't any particular reason that's been provided to the public in recent weeks. There have been some rumors that they haven't been able to move enough tickets in certain markets. There have been a few whispers that both Canadian dates in Toronto and Vancouver may have been impacted by initially gained steam surrounding the pair of Canadian dates in Toronto and Vancouver, largely connected to their ongoing feud with Drake. However, both of these shows are still on their itinerary. So even if there's smoke out in Canada, they're not canceling them motherfuckers. And it looks like they have solid enough ticket sales to go. Ultimately, there hasn't been any concrete data available that would suggest either Metro Boomin or Future aren't selling tickets. Still, that wouldn't necessarily be shocking, as it's been difficult for plenty of major name artists to book full-blown tours as of late. Even outside of hip-hop, bands like the Black Keys, even superstars like Jennifer Lopez have pulled out of cross-country treks. Though J-Lo's team said she wanted to spend more time with their family, the announcement arrived on the heels of reports showing poor sales. Black Keys, on the other hand, canceled their arena tour with promises to reschedule dates in smaller venues, also leaning into the fact that they weren't moving the tickets to fill up those arenas, so now they're scaling back. Despite having two consecutive albums reach the top of the Billboard 200 within a month and a half of each other, not to mention a chart-topping single, Future and Metro Boomin's recent cancellations put a spotlight on the conversation surrounding the disconnect between the streaming world and hard ticket sales, which is real. This conversation has become more prominent, especially as we witness streaming giants fail to fill out arenas. Still, Future and Metro are much more than two artists who've grown popular on Spotify and Apple Music. They are pivotal forces who've transcended hip-hop in many ways. However, with the inflation hitting hard on the cost of concert tickets running deep, the canceled tour dates probably aren't related to a shift in cultural relevance, but rather the financial crisis impact on millions of people. Okay? Now, this article is giving a little bit of cap. There has been some actual evidence released online detailing that the ticket sales are not performing up to snuff. All right. Now, this ain't my place to shit on these gentlemen, but we're going to talk about it because this show is called Inside the Industry with J Nolan. So if something comes out and there's evidence behind it that says the tickets ain't selling, we're going to talk about the tickets ain't selling. I mean, let's be clear. I don't know anyone that's ever said that Future is an amazing performer. Metro Boomin has been touring and moving about all year, doing DJ gigs all over the country. Seems like he wasn't really suffering there, but he was doing like club dates, couple festivals here and there, mostly clubs, which is easy bags. Like I said about JT, it's a difference. But now that they're going to the arenas, out of 26 shows, they just canceled 5. Which ain't no small number, you know what I mean? Still got the majority there, but it's a little rough. So there's a graphic that was released online that actually gave details into the markets that weren't doing so well, weren't performing well on the ticket sales, and we're going to go ahead and pull that up. Okay? Now, y'all can't see this. It's very small text. But what you can see is the canceled dates to the left. Now on my end, I'm going to read what you can't actually see. Okay, just give me a moment here. So when it comes to some of these stops, right? And this information was released as of April 19th. So this was a little while ago. But it seems that those markets where they weren't selling well are still the ones that ended up being canceled, right? So we've got Milwaukee. As of that particular date, they had only sold 49% of the venue at Fiserv Forum, which is a 12,000 capacity arena. They had sold 6,000 seats. Okay. So from whatever happened, they were only able to do about half. And I guess up to this point, which is about a month and some change later, they've decided to let it go. So clearly it didn't improve all that much. When it comes to Nashville, Tennessee, they sold about 54% of the venue at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. That arena has a capacity of 13.5 thousand. They sold 6,000 tickets, 6,142 to be exact. 54%, that show got nixed. Columbus, Ohio, pretty much the same story, right? They sold 52% of the tickets in Columbus. That is a 13,000 capacity venue. They sold 6,100, really 6,200. We'll round it up for them. At the time of this posting, Philadelphia was barely at 58%, but I didn't see them cancel that. New Orleans at the Smoothie King Arena, they sold 52%, another 13,000 cap arena. They only sold 6,200. So, as y'all can see, these were only doing about half as of the last reporting. And even with the latest reporting, they got the axe. They were put on the chopping block. And then Tulsa, Oklahoma also got yanked off. Let me see if I can pull up Tulsa real quick. So at the time of this, they had only sold 53%. And it looks like there may be a couple others that get chopped. I don't know. Maybe they're performing better. But Tulsa, Oklahoma, that was a 12.5 thousand capacity venue. They had sold 5,800. They canceled it. In Denver, at the time of posting, they had only sold 26% of their tickets. So that's interesting. Let's see what else was kind of close. And I'm not here to dunk on these guys. I just want to be clear about that. Actually, that looks like a fucking typo. How y'all gonna put 26% if they sold 9,000 out of 13,000? So no, Denver, that don't look accurate at all. I don't know what the hell this is. Sacramento, they had sold 57%. In Oakland, California, they had sold 57%. In Portland, they had sold only 50%. That one might actually go. But that's how it's looking, right? And again, this is a 26 city tour. 5 were already canceled. Could be possibly 2 more that may not get fulfilled. Okay. But I think all of this stuff, and I hate that I had this up there the whole time, but in hip hop, you gotta be a good performer. You know, it's not, some people could go up there and just captivate you with a motherfucking mic and a stage and whatever's on the Jumbotron and just fucking go in. There's people like J. Cole that just go up there, rap their songs, connect with the crowd, and everybody leaves satisfied because he's just that good. His music is that good, and he sounds like his records, and he has a good connection with his fans. There's people like Kendrick Lamar who get up there. He can do that. We saw him at the Pop Out. All he did was fucking rap. But if you look at his Mr. Morale tour, it had a lot more choreography. It was a lot more moving parts to the stage plots. It was a lot more dancing going on. It was a lot more, just motions that were in sync with what was going on stage. He had a puppet on stage, all of that type of stuff. So there was an element of theater to the Mr. Morale tour, But again, we saw him at the pop out. He didn't need none of the extra theatrics. All he needed was a mic and a fucking block of stage to work and a little bit of pyro. Somebody like Future, I mean, unless you put auto-tune in his mic, he can't even duplicate how he sounds on records. You know what I mean? I think that's a big part of what's going on in hip hop right now, is and not just hip hop, but just in music. A lot of these artists are selling, you know what I mean, poorly. Not just because, I mean, yeah, the economy is in a fucked up place. A lot of people don't have disposable income, but also a lot of motherfuckers ain't trying to come out their house to go into these expensive ass venues, had to pay for food, drink, parking, all of this other shit. And on the heels of that, they're not getting their money's worth. They're getting a half-ass subpar show. They're getting an artist up there that might even be fucking linked out on some form of drug or drunk as shit, putting on a half-ass performance down there ready to pass out. You got other artists out here that can't do shit but get up on stage and shake their ass. What the fuck you doing on stage with a mic and you holding it between your legs just to shake your ass? People ain't paying to see that. So I think that also plays a part in some of this stuff that we're seeing. In the case of someone like a J Lo, I don't know anyone who thought that they were going to go see her live and expect to hear some, you know, amazing display of vocal performance. But if you're a singer, what am I coming to see? So, yeah, shit gets a little weird. Now, I don't wish poor ticket sales on nobody, because when you cancel the show, that also means you're canceling your bag. And I don't want to see people lose money. But I also don't want to see the fans lose money for showing up for some bullshit. But best wishes to those two gentlemen, Future and Metro Boomin. Hopefully the rest of the tour proves to be lucrative for y'all and the fans leave satisfied, all right? Now, next up, we're going to get into Miss Azealia Banks. Okay? Now, I told y'all in the beginning, there's been a viral story circulating online about her allegedly being evicted from her, I guess, apartment? Or her, let's just say her residence, just to keep it cool, right? She comes out and says it's false, it's not true, it's cap. Well, let's get into it. Okay? Now, on Friday, Banks became the topic of discussion after X, formerly known as Twitter, blog The Pop Tings, reported that the Harlem, New York rapper had been put out of her rental home in Miami. Banks bucked back at the report, which included court documents. She says, this is a lie. Okay. Now, what she was refuting is this here. According to court records obtained by All Hip Hop, Isis Claro filed a motion for a final judgment of possession and a complaint against Azealia Banks earlier this week. They say this eviction was filed because tenant owes plaintiff past due rent. Defendant filed an answer, thereby preventing a clerk's default. However, defendant failed to deposit rent into the court registry. Okay. Florida statutes specifically state that in an action by the landlord for possession of a dwelling unit, if the tenant interposes any defense other than payment, including but not limited to the defense of a defective 3-day notice, the tenant shall pay into the registry of the court the accrued rent as alleged in the complaint. The motion continues. Failure of the tenant to pay the rent into the registry of the court or to file a motion to determine the amount of rent to be paid into the registry within 5 days after the date of service of process constitutes an absolute waiver of the tenant's defenses other than payment. And the landlord is entitled to an immediate default judgment for the removal of the tenant. Okay? And of course, screenshots of this motion have been seen online. Now, Azealia came back and she has some documentation of her own. We'll get to that in just a few. But let's just see what she had to say at first. Okay? So she jumps online. Let's drag this down. And she says, LMAO, why do these tostones, grease-bathing white wannabes in Miami really think I'm going to play with them? Not the tostones. Pop Tings better correct that shit. You can search the public record. There is no eviction ordered by any court. The landlord is a drunk with H. pylori. What is that? She be saying some wild shit that I don't even be knowing. Hey, yo. H. pylori is short for Helicobacter pylori. This is a bacteria that can damage your stomach lining and cause ulcers and or cancer. However, most people with H. pylori infection do not have any symptoms or complications, but it's some sort of stomach disorder. She's been menacing me the entire time I lived there. Sis had her husband come in the house under the guise of fixing some broken outlets to take pictures of my effing lingerie. Like, yo, hold the phone. You sent your husband into her crib acting like he was a repairman, man. What? Take pictures of a lingerie? What type of sickos are y'all? Hell, based on that assertion, seems like she the one that's due some money, but we gonna keep going. She says, sucks for them because they're so broke. They spent my deposit. Owe me over $30,000 in repairs I had done because they're too broke to do anything. And now this. LOL, did sis really try to reveal my personal address? Well, way to up the ante because that was clear intent to cause injury. Okay, so she's alleging that y'all trying to post her address online so people could come harm her. Sis accidentally texted me while having a yard sale saying she's selling Hess trucks for $200. Girl, LOL. Watch how I work this. You guys are gonna gag. But that ain't, Azealia Banks. She don't just leave it with one post. That would be crazy. Here she goes. She says, these people have been effing with me for the last 2 years. I literally have not been able to concentrate. Sis calling me like we besties. Then she drinks some wine and the worms in her stomach start wiggling. Then she cursing me out. I hired her daughter to work at CXO, which is her company, Cheapy XO, which produces candles and some underground makeshift, medication, I guess you could say, or elixirs. She says, and she stole her daughter's money. Like goodness sake, I have had it. As you can see on the other slide here, she says that's exactly what I thought, and it's just the beginning. So this here we see is a motion, or she's actually showing us the number of dockets that she's actually submitted to the courts, I guess, for unsatisfactory living conditions, I guess. So there's a motion to strike, motion for extension of time. Perhaps she needed more time to pay the rent, or more time because she claims that the repairs were not being done. She shows receipt number. And it says here, I've literally been effed with too many times to keep letting it happen. And in being effed with, I've learned a thing or two about legal strategy. This is going to be a long, expensive process for these folks. I swear they give me 2 weeks to study. I bet you I'll pass the Florida, California, Texas, and New York bar on the first shot. So she's saying, B, I'm going to have your motherfucking draws in my house since y'all taking pictures of mine. Just give me 2 weeks. I'll pass the bar and become a lawyer on y'all ass with no real certification or education. Just let me read some books and I'll be on your head. Okay. Furthermore, Miss Azealia Banks says, or shows rather, She says, plaintiff's motion. You girls really have to understand how to at least read a legal document. So she's saying that people are misinterpreting what this stuff means. She says, pay into the registry of court. It is continued on the other slide to the right. She says, the landlord is basically asking the judge if it's okay to not respond to a single one of the 30 counterclaims and asking for me to pay into the registry of court right after filing a motion for extension of time. After I filed a motion to properly determine the cost of this shithole because it's def not worth anywhere near what these clowns are making up every other month. This process can literally go on for several years, and a tenant really has free reign to do absolutely nothing in the time being. So she basically saying that she doesn't have to be removed from the unit because as long as she's putting these motions and filing them with the court, they can't kick her out because there has to be some sort of determination in court. So she's posting her screenshots. She's posting her, her receipts. And she's quite angry at this story circulating. But you can't be too angry about stories circulating about you because you always got a story circulating about so many other countless people in the music industry that you just be shitting on. Like, it's almost like finding a needle in a haystack to find positive reinforcement given to anyone from Azealia Banks. So it's always like, if there's anything bad that comes out about you, it almost looks like shit. The whole entire industry is jumping for joy. Just being honest. Right? This thing is ongoing. We'll see how it plays out from here, but she's not going down without a fight, as y'all can see. Okay? Now, there are some articles out here that have additional information, which we'll walk through. Since, we here now, baby. So, boom. They're claiming she owes $8,000 to this landlord. Banks filed a motion claiming she worked out an agreement with the landlord before a month-to-month tenancy terms expiration. She supposedly agreed to pay $2,900 or $2,950, to cover the month of June, and Claro would apply an advanced payment of $7,000 to cover the prior month's rent. However, Claro denied this arrangement or alleged arrangement. The landlord accused Azealia of trying to delay making the deposit and frustrate the process. Claro urges the court to strike Banks' answer and grant the landlord's default judgment. Okay, but there's still more. Apparently, Azealia also tried to sue her landlord for $50,000. She accused the owners and their attorney of harassment and contacting her at inconvenient times. She also alleged that the owners threatened to sell the eviction story to the tabloids if she didn't pay up. So now she's stating, you motherfuckers came to me with blackmail, extortion. You say you're going to sell this to tabloids and blogs if I don't pay you what you asking for, this little $8,000. I wonder what the monthly rate is. Is it $8,000 or is that the delinquent amount? She said the owners raised her rent unreasonably and illegally, which violates Florida law. Okay. In her response to the courts, Banks stated that she withheld her rent due to a rat infestation in the house, not an infestation. Oh no. Finally, she shared a screenshot from a payment app with no date on it. The homeowners verified this payment wasn't real. So they're saying all the documentation that she showed on her story, they're saying that it's false. It's fake. It's doctored. And since Banks failed to deposit the amount she owed into an escrow account with the court, a judgment was issued against her on July 2nd. The judge issued a writ of possession, which gives Banks 48 to 72 hours to vacate the premises. Furthermore, Azealia claims that she's already vacated this place and she's moved her headquarters and all of this other stuff. But we'll see how this thing goes. She just seems to have, well, I ain't gonna say she got bad luck. Some bad karma. Okay. Now let's get into social media influencer Raymonte. We talked about him at the top of the show. Now we're going to go further in detail about what the hell he had going on. Okay. Now, as stated before, Mr. Raymonte was booked to be a part of Essence Festival this weekend. He was actually supposed to be a part of it yesterday. They had to reschedule his appearance for today. Hey, all is well that ends well. But the reason why he had to be rescheduled for today is because he didn't show up yesterday. Wow. So, a viral tweet came out this morning, which I saw. This young lady named Sierra Nicole, who's pretty well known out here in Atlanta. She's gone to do well for herself. She says, this is a perfect example of sometimes you aren't getting the opportunities you think you deserve right now because you are not ready to receive them yet. Influencer Raymonte had all of the internet rallying behind him when he called out Essence for not inviting him to events or brand trips, just for him to get invited to speak on a panel today at Essence Fest and miss the panel because he was late. Drop the bag. When I tell you that these influencers need teams with real business acumen, I mean it. The main reason why a lot of black creators don't get the same opportunities is often because they don't have the proper teams to not only put them in position, but to make sure they are making the right decisions for their brand. This was a bad move, in my opinion. Shout out to C. Now, Raymonte didn't view it that way. Somebody who actually wanted to see him on the panel yesterday came out and said, Raymonte, where the fuck are you? Go get your ass on that stage now. Raymonte jumps back. He says, I couldn't find it and I went to the wrong location. They held it for me for 20 minutes, but they had to do it without me. Your ass should have been at the location. Not even an hour ahead. You should have been there 2 hours ahead, goddamn. I don't play that shit. And this is coming from a nigga who actually has gotten booked for events to speak on panels. I actually spoke on a panel at the biggest music tech convention in the U.S. Look it up. NAMM. Wasn't late for that. It's just last year. Anyway, somebody else jumps in his mentions and says Raymonte did all that talking about Essence just to get invited to host a panel and missed the whole panel because he was late. Well, to which he responded, things happen. I'm human. Oh my God. Let me learn and grow from my mistakes, please. I'm taking accountability. He then follows up and says, LMAO, it'd be so funny how excited people get for bad news. But this is what you brought on yourself, sir. You came out here and wanted to go hamburger on Essence when they had an article that was advocating for you and having your story shown with some other brand. Matter of fact, it wasn't even Essence. It was a writer that was writing for a smaller subsidiary of Essence that wanted to see your story being told on a bigger platform. They were wondering why networks or somebody didn't work in partnership with you for your birthday special, which you had to debut on TikTok. And she said it was a missed opportunity, which in my estimation, if there's a person that's a low-level writer, and that's not a shame, it's not to shame the writer, but writers are not in like super high demand. They are, but they're not in demand in terms of like being taken care of, being financially compensated in the right ways. A lot of writers have been laid off from their positions. They're freelancing, trying to get it where they, where they can fit in. So it's not like she had the power to book you or to streamline a conversation with you about covering your shit. She was just somebody that would have loved to see it. I feel like even in her article, that was aimed at Essence too. Why didn't Essence get involved? Right? But you took offense to it. We're going to do a flashback from the past. 3 months ago, I talked about this. I'm going to show y'all exactly what I had to say. It's a very short clip, but I want to just show y'all exactly what was going on, because it's funny how people talk about manifestation. You hooped and hollered. You shitted on Cardi B in the process. You shitted on a lot of people online who had things to say about that incident. They come back, they try to make it right, they book you, and then you fuck it up. You don't show up on time. You go to the wrong venue. How you go to the wrong venue when they told you the name of the venue? Sounds weird to me. So I'm not finna read the old article, but I'll show y'all what I said about it in the past. So when it was brought to Raymonte's attention that Essence had covered his trip, he says, OMG, Essence, thank you for the article, but this is kind of hypocritical. You all have invited numerous other influencers to events, never me. It's the same thing with BET. I have a large following and my supporters keep me afloat, so I don't cry over spilled milk. I don't need a pity party or deep dive into why I'm not marketable. Don't use me as the example when you contribute to the problem. From there, Essence responded. The outlet clarified the company's goal is to champion and amplify non-traditional spaces within the Black community. The article's purpose was to introduce Essence's article to Raymonte. They say super disappointed that this was the response of the angle of uplifting, learning more about you, and wanting brands to recognize what you bring to the table. That's what Essence posted. They say everything isn't for everyone, and we received that moving forward. Wish you the best. Keep going. So this is a direct response from whoever's running social media over at Essence. Remember, the original article was on a smaller division within the Essence family. So this has been escalated, as they say in the business world. Raymonte comes back. He says, why are you disappointed at my response? You didn't showcase or highlight any of my content or positive moments. So what's being introduced? Talking about everything I'm not getting while also offering me nothing but well wishes and good luck. Girl, F y'all. He says, I was really respectful. I thought they're acting like I did something to them. I'm never getting invited now. Okay. Essence has since deleted the post of the story from Twitter, as well as their response. The article is, however, still up on the website, which I just read from. Now, just looking at this from my perspective, I think this guy kind of handled this a little poorly, right? Just because you have a personal vendetta against Essence or BET or whatever the case may be, because you've never been invited to any events, they haven't stepped in to give you the platform that it is you wanted. Again, that's why I say in the beginning, look at the writer, not the publication. This is essentially a website article. This isn't an Essence magazine, monthly issue that's getting printed up. This isn't a full representation of what Essence and their greater mission is for the month. This is just a daily post. You know what I'm saying? From somebody that was interested in his story and wanted to speak about his story and wanted to speak about, hey, I wonder why no one else thought to do this. You know what I'm saying? Looked out and got involved with his situation, and why people like him deserve to get those opportunities. Again, that is from the writer's perspective. Couldn't be any clearer. God damn, boy. Fuck is wrong with you? Now, there's another young lady on social media who came out and she wanted to use Raymonte's story as a cautionary tale for other people who want to be influencers, public figures, want to try to get into the world of content creation and take that on to do bigger things in media. So let's go ahead and pull her up. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like she had some really good things to say. And when I say really good things, I don't mean she was saying good things about him, but she had good things to say in terms of educating people, enlightening, and giving some good tips. All right. Now, her name is Cheska Lay, aka Francesca Ramsey, on social media. You can look her up. But here's what she had to say about the situation.
So everybody's talking about this very popular influencer, Raymonte, missing his panel at Essence Fest, and the multi-layers of irony because Raymonte essentially called Essence out for saying that he wasn't marketable enough. And then as a mea culpa, they put him on this panel, and then sure enough, he missed it. And I wanted to chime in as somebody who has had an online career, but has also used it to transition into more traditional forms of media as a TV writer, as an actress, as a producer, and a host. If you're someone that aspires to work in entertainment, I cannot stress this enough, you need to get in the habit of being early. Because when you are working on a TV show and your call time is 5 a.m., there are hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line if you're not able to be there on time, and they will recast you. So how does one go about being early? I'm gonna show you how I do it. So let's say I need to go from Paramount Studios to NBC Universal. When I plug this into my Apple Maps, you get all these options about how you want to get there, but you also get this handy little button that says leave now. When you click that leave now, you get two options, leave at or arrive by. So this is what I do the night before I need to be somewhere. So let's say I need to be at NBC Universal at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. So I'm going to say I want to arrive by 8 a.m. So now you can see that in order to arrive at NBC Universal by 8 a.m., I should leave at 7:50. Okay, it's only an 11-minute drive. Now here's where you are going to do a little bit of math. Instead of leaving at 7:50, that's the latest I can leave, and know that if there's no traffic, if I can find my keys on time, if I don't have a wardrobe malfunction, I will get there exactly on time, and then still have to look for a parking spot, mind you. So instead of leaving at 7:50, we're going to subtract 15 minutes and instead leave at 7:35. That way, we know that if there's traffic, or maybe you want to get a coffee, or after you find that parking spot, you need to go to the bathroom, you run into somebody, you know you're fine because you added 15 minutes to your commute knowing that you're going to get there early, because early is on time and on time is late.
And I want to add, she still gave you too much motherfucking room. You get no, you don't leave at no goddamn 7:35. Your ass down there need to leave at 6:35, even if it is 10 minutes, because you never know. Traffic could get crazy. Somebody could goddamn get in an accident. Motherfucker might die on the road. Somebody pass out. You don't know what the hell gonna happen. Then when you get to the venue, who's to say you know what room you're going to? Who's to say you know what entrance to go into? Who's to say that you're not going to be on the fucking 20th floor, right? Or some shit. Who's to say that the conference room that you're supposed to be in to meet with your executives or meet with your superiors or whoever's going to give you the rundown of the show isn't in some off room, you know, that they just got placed in last minute to where everybody could meet up and talk and go over the itinerary to run a show and everything. All right, yeah, things changed. You need to be there a minimum hour early. Like I said, you might want to leave a goddamn 2 hours early. Don't give a fuck. I'm telling you from experience, my G. I'm an artist. I'm a performer. Most shows that I've gone to perform at started late. Still got my ass there on time, which was early. Other artists I've seen, niggas got there late, didn't do sound check, didn't do all type of shit. Some motherfuckers just pop up, walk up, and think they finna do some shit, sound like ass on stage. But you would have known what you was gonna sound like had you been there for the sound check. You know what I'm saying? Professionalism is overlooked. This is something that I've had an issue with in this game for a long time, entertainment period. People come into this shit and they see the glamour, they see the glitz, they see the opportunities, they see the screen, the cameras, the lights. Everybody wants to see their name on a marquee one day. Go to one of these motherfucking Fox theaters or some shit like that and see your name on that motherfucking shit. Like the old films. But what about the work that goes into that shit? What about the punctuality that it takes to actually achieve that? You know what I'm saying? What about the people behind the scenes that you want to actually take you seriously? That is the work before, way before and after doing an event, right? Yeah, they booked your ass for the next day, but who's to say they're going to call you back next year when they could have? Essence Fest isn't, you know what I mean? They've been struggling a little bit. They've been struggling to retain audience. We've seen clips of half empty seats. We saw Busta Rhymes got them cussing their ass out on stage talking about, hey, y'all need to put these motherfucking phones up. Y'all niggas ain't paying attention. What the hell is going on here at Essence Fest? You think they're going to prioritize your ass? Motherfucker, we got the hot boys trying to come up here later on tonight. We trying to figure out if Wayne is coming out with BG and Juvie. We ain't worried about no Raymonte. But you know, just preaching to the choir at this point, man. I just want, for anyone out there that wants to be in entertainment, wants to be in anything, if you want to get a job, you want to get a fucking job at McDonald's, don't show up in your goddamn sleepy clothes. I've seen people do it. Why? Yeah, you might get the job in your motherfucking sleepy clothes, but that ain't the impression you want to leave. God damn. But again, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. Y'all know, my insiders, y'all know, y'all got swimmingly well lives, right? Y'all got gainful employment. I ain't got to tell y'all what's going on. Y'all doing good for yourselves. Shit. But that's what's going on. That's what's going down. Now, last but not least, I want to get into this professional fighter by the name of Clarissa Shields. Okay? Now, again, I told you at the top of the show, she was dealing with someone that was trolling her online for months. I don't even know all of the things that this lady was saying to her. However, it seems that perhaps she put something on social media that was showing how she was in the gym getting her reps and work in. And this lady showed up to her motherfucking gym thinking she was finna do something. Pulled up on her. One thing led to another. They found themselves in a sparring session in the ring with gloves on, and she put the pause on this young lady. Okay? Now, just to give y'all a quick rundown of what's going on with Miss Clarissa, because I'm sure a lot of y'all don't know who she is. She is the undisputed women's middleweight champion in boxing, women's division. Okay? She returns on July 28th, where she plans to take on Miss Vanessa LePage Janice for the WBC women's heavyweight and WBO women's light heavyweight title. So she's even moving up in ranking, moving up in weight class, right? So you know she finna put the pause on your ass. She was a middleweight champ. She going up to heavyweight, light heavyweight, meaning she had to gain weight, which means she putting on more bulk. What the hell was you thinking? This will be Shields' attempt to win a world title in a 4th and 5th weight class as she continues to cement herself as a women's boxing great. As she continued preparing for her clash with LePage Janice, Shields got revenge on an internet troll in a recent sparring session and was quick to mock her performance inside the ring in a post on the Instagram. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and pull up this sparring session. Hopefully YouTube don't say nothing about it. This is not violence. This is boxing. Okay? But we're going to watch this shit today. Oh, man. Y'all give me a second.
What the fuck is that? I can't make a business of blood. You can't what? You can't what?
Listen, yeah, we might want
Come out of here. Come on, I'm ready. We're still on the bill. We on the bill. Come on. We on the bill. Come on. We on the bill. We on the bill. Hurt the love is great, but we on the bill. Let's work.
This is crazy.
I really ain't had enough yet. Can you work? Let's work. Come on. Now give me some blood. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Well, if that's one round wasted. I don't think it's gonna resume. I ain't even gonna lie. It ain't. Like, she just should have came peaceful, and it probably would have went in a different manner.
Got a minute 25.
She don't want to fight, bro. She don't want to fight, bro. She don't want to fight. She don't want to fight.
Her hand broke.
She don't want to fight.
Her hand broke now. Wait a minute. Fuck that. Y'all fucking told you to give her 2 rounds. You get 30 seconds. You just want to work that. That Lord may have nothing to do. That's what I'm gonna make a bitch. The letter that wait a minute. Hey, wait. That's how what's coming. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. On my hand. On my hand. Your hand. Your hand is well up. Your hand is well up.
That's what I don't understand. Like, what's the problem? Get your work. Get your work. You want your work.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of her.
She
Never come
ain't
from the
finna
practice
fight
room.
you, bro. She not finna fight you. You can.
You is wrong. Long as it's not me. You is wrong. It's game wrong. My nigga made you go one time. I tried to. They said no. They said no. It's not me.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The motherfuckers that be with the troll shit online, you know, they be talking the most. They typically are not with the pull up energy. I do gotta give this crazy motherfucker a little semblance of not respect, but at least a little bit of credit for pulling up to the gym and putting the gloves on. I mean, that was actually pretty admirable. You came and got your issue, and it definitely got issued first class. But on the other side of it, as a content creator, as somebody that's out here, or just anybody out here trying to live their life and fucking put their work on display, whatever that may be, you get motherfuckers that come and be disrespectful to you in the comments and all type of shit, man. It'll make you really want to square up with some of these motherfuckers, man. It'll make you want to do some fucked up shit to somebody. Like, bro, yo, you got to get your issue, cuz. So I actually feel like this video here, you know, it kind of serves as a testament to everyone out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, this is the motherfucking, this is the calling card for all you motherfuckers that want to play online. Come meet me. Let's do it. Shit. You know what I'm saying? And she definitely, you know, she lasted maybe like 30 seconds. You know, she even got a couple swings in there, but that body shot, that body blow, shit got a little funny. So now she couldn't ball her fist up in the glove no more. She ain't had no problem balling the motherfucker and throw a few punches, throw a few slugs. But once that motherfucking rib cage got rattled, she couldn't ball up a fist no more. The fight was over. Supposed to be a 2-rounder. Didn't even go the full first one. But that's what happens when you want to talk shit. That's just like the niggas that be on Twitter and all the other social media platforms trying to say shit about the NBA players. Niggas mad at Bronny James and shit for getting drafted to the Lakers with his dad. You say he's a bum. Hop on the court with Bronny, see how much of a bum he is. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely was critical of Bronny in my own circles. But I ain't never shitted on Bronny, say he ain't deserved this or that. You know what I mean? I felt like, for the most part, I didn't think that he was going to be league material based on his output, but they thought otherwise. And now he has an opportunity to prove it. He's in summer league. We're going to see what he does. If he shows improves and shows that he can actually be a workable NBA player, cool. But some people are going to make it their daily mission to get online every day and say, he's a bum, he sucks, he's crap, he's this, he's that. There's so many other players that could have took his spot, but your ass can't. So let the shit ride a little bit. It's a difference between having an opinion and being disrespectful. That's all I'm saying. And again, this video here is the calling card for all the disrespectful motherfuckers out there. Like, man, I'm sure a lot of people out there would love to just get that opportunity to square up with one of these hating ass motherfuckers. Oh man. And the girl even came out on social media talking about the footage was doctored. What was doctored? That was a one shot. The music played, we heard the beat, there was no hitches in the beat, there was no glitches in the footage. It wasn't none of the sort. She said, "You put out that doctored ass shit. I really showed up and did my shit." How, Sway? How? You still trolling? Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? You was clearly tired when you got the body blow. Let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. All right. And I will catch y'all on an... Oh, shit. I always do this. Before I go, I do want to go ahead and acknowledge that Miss Deb Antony issued an apology to Nicki Minaj. They've kissed and hugged and made up. I reported on the fallout the other day, so it is my responsibility to report on the makeup. They are on tour together. They are still together. They still are linked. That is Deb Antony and Nicki Minaj. She also came out on social media and said, well, she says 1/4 of the crowd. So she posted a video of the crowd on the tour with Nicki. You know, they're overseas. And she says, "Hard work pays off. I love you so much. I am always proud at every show, amongst other things. I will admit I'm gonna let you grow. But you will always be my baby. I'm always here, good, bad, and indifference. Sorry, people, at Nicki Minaj for life, #heavy on it." So Deb came out and acknowledged her wrongfulness, which I felt was wrong to begin with. There was people that really did not want to see the humanity in Nicki Minaj, that didn't really want to give her any sort of acknowledgement as far as the violation of trust that happened with Deb when she went and did that interview and tried to put it out there about extending an olive branch to Lil' Kim. I'm sure a lot of people out there just really want to see it happen, or really feel like Nicki Minaj should own up to that and make that happen. And no matter where you stand on the subject, whether your intentions are right, whether Deb's intentions are right, it's still about a violation of trust. If I bring you in my circle, we have not spoken in years. We ain't seen each other. We ain't chopped it up on the phone. We ain't did none of that type shit. I let you back in my circle. You say, "Hey, I would love to link you with your op. I would love to put all the bullshit to rest." And I say, shut the fuck up talking to me with that shit. Respectfully. I ain't on that wave. And if you're going to be a part of this camp, we're not doing that. You like it, love it, or take your ass back home. But we not on that. I'm not saying I'm actively in a beef. I'm not saying I'm finna diss this motherfucker on my next album, but I don't want to be cool with this motherfucker, and I'm not gonna do a public display acting like I am. Deb then comes out and says, "I tried. I did it." Whoa. These are private conversations. Now you coming out trying to make me look like I'm some stubborn, spoiled brat. I don't want to listen. Now, fuck all that, cuz. You can take your ass home if you got a problem. Because I still got a problem with the shit you trying to sanction. Again, we don't have to agree with it, but I understand. So Deb came out and did the right thing. I'm glad that they're able to move forward. I don't know what position Deb is actually going to be holding in Nicki Minaj's career, to be honest. I don't think she's her manager. She's been having trouble keeping a manager. I will be clear about that. She was with about 2 previous firms that didn't work out. She said she was going to start her own management agency. I don't know. Maybe Deb is going to head that. I don't know that to be true. I don't know that to be a fact. Perhaps Deb is functioning as a road manager. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can coordinate, make sure everything is smooth, and you know what I'm saying? Because she has had some issues with travel. She has had some issues getting stopped and bags being, checked when I guess she thought they wouldn't be. So perhaps Deb can coordinate better, make sure that some things are more smoothly taken care of while on the road, basically alleviating that responsibility from Nicki. Maybe she reached out to her when she saw these things happen, because they haven't been linked together for very long. So perhaps that's the role that she's taking, at least to start. Maybe that's the trial period. Let me do road management. Let me help assist in areas that you need some help with, things that you don't necessarily want to bother yourself about. I'll improve myself in that role, and maybe I could work myself up to your business manager, right? We'll get there one day. We'll see. But I did want to speak on that briefly. I wanted to make sure I go ahead and speak on it because I spoke on the fight. So now it's time to speak on the redemption. I think sometimes we miss that a little bit in the content space. We always talk about the sensationalized stuff, the back and forth bickering, but we never really talk about the reconciliation. And I wanted to put that out there to be fair. All right. Now we can go on about our lives and evenings and whatever, whenever this comes out, depending on what YouTube says. And I'll catch y'all a little bit later. All right. Much love and respect. I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. First I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.